What's the crack, lads? In today's video I'm going to talk about the best way to warm up for a game of Warzone. You might be thinking, well, can I just warm up in a game of Warzone or in the pre-game lobby where you can go around and shoot all the random guns? You can do that. I do find if I'm going to sit down for a stream, for a couple hour long stream or a good session with the lads or whatever, a quick warm up beforehand really helps. Because a game of Warzone can be so long, you could go 10 minutes in a game before you see your first enemy, and then when you go to fight them, your shooting is off. I'm going to show you the way I warm up and what I think is the best way to warm up. The only problem with this is you do need multiplayer for this, and because it's so late in the game's life, I don't really recommend buying Modern Warfare just for this, but if you have it, definitely do this. So you go into multiplayer, go down to the very bottom here, private match, trials and game battles. Go into custom game, this is the key. So you set yourself up with a custom game. Now real quickly, I'll just show you how I set mine up. Go into game setup. The mode I just leave on team deathmatch because I'm only fighting bots. What I usually put on is 3 enemy bots on recruit, the easiest level. Now you can go up to the higher levels. I prefer to just go for recruit, have a quick warm up, get my really get my aiming on point. So 3 is the magic number, I think. Game rules, the time limit, I just changed that to unlimited. Score limit, you can set that up higher, like 90 points is 90 kills, so you're probably not going to stay on that long anyway. Match start time, put that down to the lowest setting. Skip infill enabled. The reason we do that is we just want no interruptions. We want to get straight into the game, and then when you die, you're straight back at it again. I don't mess with the other settings there. Advanced, I don't mess with anything here either. Number of lives, unlimited, max health. Now, Warzone is 250 health. I used to warm up on 250 points. There's something weird in multiplayer. The values are different for some things, like a headshot with a sniper rifle doesn't kill at 250 points. But I just usually leave it at 200. It feels close to the Warzone, but you can try 250 or even 300 if you really want to go over the top. I leave the rest of these settings. Then team, I just turn all the spectation off, kill cam off, final kill cam off. The rest of these I don't touch, but you can choose whatever setting suits you. I like to have just a quick blast and then close enough to the Warzone health that the time to kill feels about right. Editor Daruch here. I forgot to mention, always set spawn ammo mags to max so that you don't have to kill yourself just to get some more ammo. You spent all this time setting up the game. Now if you press start in this menu, you can give it a name. I'll just call this one Warmup 2. Save, and then you come back out to here. When you come into the custom games, you go into mode, press L1 on PlayStation, go across to this menu, and then you can just choose the warm-up. So it's already set up every time you come in. You don't have to go through all these settings every time. Maps. Hackney Yard is quite a good all-rounder. As you can imagine, Shipment is a great one for testing close quarters combat. So like SMGs, shotguns. Hill is another good one for testing out your ARs at range, and it emulates kind of the hilly areas in Warzone. And Rust is another good one. You can get up high and you can, like as if you've got height, if you're on a building in downtown or something. It's good practice for that. Shoot House, another great map. But my go-tos are Shipment and Hill. I'll just show you what I do real quick as well. So when I come into Shipment, I like to run around and practice my hip fire. You can see these bots are pretty harmless. You could go up and execute him, but I like to practice my hip fire shooting in here. And you walk into a room and you don't want to ADS because you want to keep yourself fluid. But you can set yourself up to practice anything you feel like you're falling short. If you feel like you're struggling up close, you can come into Shipment and practice hip fire and even long range SMG shooting. It is a good spot for that. Practice your sliding around corners, jumping around corners. Another thing I like to do on Shipment is I stand right here and you can kind of see both sides and you can practice your snap reaction timing. Practice that kind of snap-on reaction timing. I also find if they seem to be coming from the same spot every time, you can throw a little lethal in that way and then it'll start coming from the other side usually. See? But that's the great thing about the custom game is you can set it up if you feel like you're falling short somewhere. Your close combat, your shotguns, your long range AR. You can set up a custom game and just focus on that one thing. Even tactics, your jump shots, your slide shots, jumping around corners, pre-aiming, pre-shooting corners. I find this map to be quite good for practicing your long range AR shots. So that's how I'll warm up for a game of Warzone. I think it is the best way to warm up quickly, efficiently. You can set the game up exactly how you'd like. So if you want to practice something in particular, you can set the game up to suit that. Pick a map that suits it. If you want to practice your sliding around corners or jumping around corners, you can pick Shipment. Your long range AR, you pick Hill, Rust. You can pick Shoot House if you want to practice your tacticals and lethals. You're throwing out your stun grenades and Semtex or whatever. Another great tip that I actually heard from the exclusive Ace, he's a great COD YouTuber, was to take off your headset or turn the audio volume down, and that way you can't hear the opponent coming, and you're just working off reaction time, and so you're doing it just with your visual, and then when you go into a game of Warzone, you'll have the advantage of being able to hear them coming as well. And with this, I'll usually just say I'm gonna warm up for 10 minutes, even 5 minutes before a game of Warzone is great. Or you could say, I'm going to shoot 300 rounds. You see some pros say they'll try and get 30 kills in a warm-up before they jump into a game. But yeah, let me know what you think. If I'm missing anything or it's something I could implement here, let me know in the chat. If you like the video,
like the video!
As Nick Merckx would say. And subscribe if you want to see some more. See you in the next one. Bye-bye now.